All right, it is rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Four Boys, episode 41, the Dirk Nowitzki episode.
Hey.
Player. Alec is a big fan. If you are watching on the YouTube, which millions of you are, we appreciate it. You'll see we've got a returning guest, Mr. Jake Schafer, accountant extraordinaire, Big Ten expert. We thought about having Drew as our guest, but we wanted the episode to be interesting. So we had a different guy. Jake, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back. I will say, although I'm not the best guest, obviously that's true. I've seen the numbers. I know that my episode has the most views of all time.
Oh, shit.
So although I'm not highly favored, I bring in the clicks.
Damn, is that actually true? That's big time. I'm gonna check right now.
This is clickbait for you folks right now. Apparently, Jake's face is getting us more views. People don't.
I just
want to
made that up, but I think it's got to be accurate.
Yeah, it's up there. NFTs and Plan B was the episode. So.
Hey, well, you know what? It's funny that this is episode number 41, aka Dirk's, episode, and our boy Jake is actually in Dallas. And Jake and I, a few months ago, watched a Mavs game. Man, this couldn't have been planned better.
Yeah. How was that? I mean, we don't need to revisit all of that, but like going to a Mavs game, are you guys, for locos beforehand? Like, how are you getting sloppy? Are you hanging out with Cuban? Like, what's all that looking like?
Well, before that, we were at a law firm happy hour drinking, right?
Yeah. And one thing I want to touch on from a past episode is Alec was saying that he stayed at like the Holiday Inn or whatever when he was in Dallas. He was at the nicest hotel in Dallas. I've been to the Ritz-Carlton pool here. Yeah. The hotel you were at was nicer than that. It's called Hotel ZaZa.
Mr. Kelsey here. He's wearing a button-up today as well.
Yeah.
God, always coming at me for being rich. Look at this shit.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Oh
no, nothing like that, folks. Just come from a modest end, humble beginnings, folks. That's all.
Yes, from the bottom.
Yeah. But actually, that was a special game for us because we were part of the red carpet, right? Red carpet club, the Diamond. What was it called? The Diamond Club?
I don't know.
Actually, I didn't tell you this, but I don't know if you read this, but on that same game day, at the same night, apparently at that club, a girl, like a teenage girl, was abducted. Did you read that?
No.
Yeah. So apparently she was she got into sex trafficking or something. They drove her up to Oklahoma, and I don't know how she got separated from her dad because apparently the dad and her went to the game. But yeah, she was in Oklahoma, and they found her 2 weeks later in some trafficking ring. And that was the same day, and we were at the club where apparently this poor girl was abducted.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good turn.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing the dad had money line Blazers, and they're down 30 and a half. Got to make a little sale.
How can I get cash back? Yeah. Holy fuck.
Yeah, 2 weeks later, buyer's remorse.
I was looking at the Blazers Summer League roster, though, and 3 of their starters from that game started Summer League last night.
Is our boy CJ Elevy on the team?
No, he's not. But your boy Brandon Williams, Greg Brown, and somebody else.
Brandon Williams, I thought was actually good. They weren't playing Brandon Williams. I thought he was actually pretty good.
He's solid. So bad. He's solid.
They were tanking.
Dude, I saw that Sharp had a rough one. Was that yesterday? Shaden Sharp, pick for the Blazers. Shot 1 of 6. We'll never pick a good player.
Dude, what do you care? You guys are getting KD.
That's true. Yeah, Jake, what are your thoughts? I don't know if you listened to last week's episode, but, Dame tweeted the photo with KD. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't.
Oh, my God. It was a Photoshop. It was Dame in his jersey.
Jamie, put it on. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys.
KD and the Photoshopped Blazers jersey on KD. Dame posted this to his story.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, that's interesting. Do
Both?
they have the cap space, or I don't know that
I
they have
think
the,
they'd
the
have to
pieces to make the
sell the
trade.
farm to
Yeah.
They would have to trade Anthony Simons or whatever. How do you pronounce that guy's
they
name?
just paid and yeah, you got it, Simons.
This guy they paid apparently 25 million a year,
Mhm.
who has played one good season, if that, and that was when everyone else was injured.
Ex Dame.
And then Nurkic and a bunch of other first round picks. But
Yeah, I
but
will
what
say
about
about the Blazers, though, you guys are giving Jeremy Grant a lot of hate. He's actually a pretty good player.
Yeah,
He was on the Nuggets 2 years ago when they in the bubble, and
yeah,
he played really well.
yeah,
And I think the Nuggets offered him like 17 million a year, but the Pistons threw him like 20 some million a year. And
yeah,
he just went there and shot all the time, just put up stats.
yeah.
But he was a really good player for the Nuggets. And I think the reason they gave up nothing for him is because his contract is so big that they're
Mhm.
just taking on that contract for the Pistons.
Yeah.
But he's pretty solid.
Hey, did you see that trade offer from Minnesota to the Nets for KD?
Oh,
Carl Anthony Towns and 4 first round picks. Sorry, yeah. Did you guys see that?
no.
I don't know who offered who, but apparently that was in the talks, and one of them said no. Um, I don't know. If I'm the Timberwolves, I would make that deal, right?
You get KD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Cat's not that good. But although you did sign Cat to like basically a 5-year extension, so now you have him for 6 more years. I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean,
But
they're all irrelevant teams. Like all I see in the NBA now is the Warriors and the Blazers for best teams in the league.
I don't
oh
know.
yeah,
I like Boston and Denver in the championship next year. I
Ooh,
think
wow,
I think both
Denver,
those
dark
teams are
horse.
locked in for the next 5 years. As long as Michael Porter Jr. stays healthy, Jamal Murray stays healthy, they're
yeah.
both going to be pretty dang good. And Denver
That's
signed
a
KCP, so they finally have some defense on the
dude.
wing.
What are you talking about,
Champion.
KCP? As if KCP's doing anything, changing
Hey,
anything.
Well,
hey, that's a champion.
all they need is 3 and D because they had Will Barton before, and he could put buckets up, but you don't need points when you have Murray, Porter, and Jokic. So
Yeah,
I'm
KCP, the
pretty high on
secret
the Nuggets
sauce.
this year.
KCP, the secret sauce to the 2020 Lakers championship.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That
played well.
was
We got
that.
DeAndre Jordan too. He's got another year left.
Oh,
He has no years. He has negative years left. He should have been out of the league like 3 years ago.
yeah,
When the Nets signed him to that 3-year, $30 million deal, that's when he should have retired. Like that made no sense.
calling it.
Um,
Yeah.
dude, but I'm actually excited to see what Philly does with James Harden. I know they've been trying to like hammer out some contract extension, but it's been taking a while. So I'm guessing it's going to be like less than the max, in just like a few years. What do you think?
I wouldn't pay him $15 million.
Dude, come
I hate
on.
James Harden.
Yeah.
He's
Wait,
so
he's
tough
so
to watch. He's never gonna win.
Jake, we talked about
Get
this
rid of
on the
him.
show months back, but like you're Philly, you have Ben Simmons who's not playing. Your hands are kind of tied. You're like, sure, we'll get this fat guy who likes strip clubs to come play for our team. But right, there was some article where they said that signing Harden would be the worst decision they make as a franchise.
Bobby Marks
Besides
said
maybe
that.
Markel Fultz, but like someone said that. And yeah, you're just kind of signing up for mediocrity where you've got a dude who likes
Dude,
Magic City.
you guys are pretending like the guy's like 40. The guy's like 32, 33. He still could play. Like Chris Paul right now is like 39, right? Or 38
But
at
Chris
least.
Paul cares.
Yeah, this guy could kind of care, I guess. I don't know. Like he cares about his stats.
He's too busy hanging out with Lil Baby at whatever fashion shows there are.
I don't know. I feel like Daryl Morey is going to get a good contract going, and I don't know. I think James Harden could definitely. I wouldn't be shocked if you guys tell me next year he's averaging 30 points a game. I wouldn't
Okay.
be shocked.
Okay, so he's averaging 30. Are they, like they lose in the first round? Like what, how
Him, all right. What I mean, he's put in 30, Embiid's put in 30, Maxi's put in 20. That's.
Maxey.
I think they're the closest team to a championship. To be honest, I just think that their coach. I don't like their coach particularly. I don't like Doc. Um,
When
I
you
don't
say
know.
closest, what do you mean?
I just think they have all like
Like they're the
pieces.
best
Like
team?
I think on paper, their team has the most talent. I think that, but I think they do because like they have Tyrese Maxey is their point. I think Maxey is terrific. I think Harden. I don't know, like minus last year. I don't know what happened last year. It was kind of a weird year for him. You know, half the year he was with the Nets and he didn't like Kyrie, and the other half he was trying to get like acclimated to Philly. You know, especially him being like, you know, the second, the third guy. I feel like, you know, maybe this summer with a full like summer break where he gets to learns the playbook. I don't know. And then you got I love Thibault. I think he's a great wing defender, 3-and-D guy. I think he's better than KCP.
Good
And then I think
vlogger too. Thibault had great vlogs in the bubble 2020.
yeah.
He was filming himself next, so you need a content guy for sure.
I think
Yeah.
Boston and Denver are the most talented teams for sure. I think
Really?
Boston, all that Boston needed last year was a real point guard, and they picked up Malcolm Brogdon a couple weeks ago.
Brogdon can't stay healthy though.
If he
Can't count on
does,
it.
Yeah.
if he does,
You can't
I think
count
if
on
both
that.
those teams stay healthy,
I think
then
you
they're
let
both going to be pretty
Pritchard-
nasty.
You let Pritchard grow into the role.
Yeah.
But you don't like the Philly team. I mean, they have everything. They have like offense, they have defense, they got like a superstar who's hungry, like really hungry for a chip. Like I don't think anyone's hungrier than Embiid for a chip right now. I don't think so. I mean, Giannis used to be that guy, but after he won his chip,
I'd
I
say
don't think
Giannis is still feasting. I mean, they didn't have Middleton. I feel like they're good, and then they have the best player in the league, right? In Connaughton, is he still on the Bucks?
I thought they traded. No, they still have him. Yeah.
They still have him. Oh, if they still have him, then what are we talking about?
I mean, I'd still take Miami over Philly with Oladipo coming back. He had a good playoffs. I think
I think Miami's a better team.
playoff team.
I think Miami's just a better team, but I think
Yeah.
Philly has the better set of players, and I think Philly just needs they need a better coach. These guys aren't meshing with each other. I don't like how Doc Rivers, like, you know, he's talking shit about Ben Simmons last season, and this season he was talking shit about James Harden. I don't know. It's not working. It's not working with these, like, you know, millennials or whatever. These guys they need their, like, I don't know. I think they need one of those young coaches. Like they tried Brett Brown, that didn't work. They tried the old guy Doc Rivers, that didn't work. I think they need their own like Will Hardy. You know what I'm talking about? Like their own Brad Stevens.
Mm-hmm. Or you get Sean McVay to cross over.
yeah. Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy does a pod every freaking week. When does he have the time?
Sean McVay?
He had his own podcast, and he's always like a guest on someone else's podcast. We should get him on.
Wow, he's like the Draymond of the NFL.
Yeah. Fuck Draymond, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, his podcast, though, big hit. He would just record. They would lose a game. He would hop on the volume or whatever it's called, be like, man, I fucked up or whatever. It's good content.
Dude, yeah. The Volume by Colin Cowherd, man. That guy's printing money right now.
Yeah. Our
Yeah,
numbers
jeez.
are comparable, but yeah, he's.
You think so?
We're
Yeah,
all-
hopefully.
Yeah. All right. Should we? It's fun talking about the NBA in July, but should we switch to something that's going to be more relevant? Big Ten talk. Jake, you got the Iowa. Is that a poster in the back? Is that a?
Oh shoot, dude! This guy is
not the
full on
shirt.
Iowa.
Yeah, little brick,
Oh, the brick.
fake brick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Preview? Do you know how they're looking this year? I feel like you're
Garbage.
up to date on that.
Yeah, I mean, the Hawks, I don't know how much the people want to hear about it, but I can give a little quick preview.
They don't want to hear it, trust me. Go ahead.
Like every year, it comes down to the quarterback. Defense is loaded. All 11 guys on defense are going to be really good. Probably one of the best defensive backfields in the nation. Got a first-team All-American middle linebacker, first-team All-American cornerback. They have a lot of talent on that side. And they've got a few on the offensive side. They got a couple good young receivers. The O-line was an issue last year, and you match an iffy O-line with a quarterback that can't move. it's not a good situation. But I think if the QB and the O-line both take steps forward, then it's going to be a pretty good year. We also have the first team All-American punter, I believe. Punting is winning, as we say at Iowa.
Yes.
That's the only thing they have going for them. Punting. All right.
Won us 10 games last year, and I think they'll win 8 or 9 this year, most likely.
Nice. Dude, there were games back when Oregon had their nice little run where we would punt like once or twice a game. Like it was just go for it on fourth, even if you're at your own 30, which I enjoy. That's like the Madden style of playing where you're not punting, you're not doing it. But that's good to hear, Jake. Are you planning on going to any games this year?
Yeah, my brother actually moved to Cleveland this year, so I'm hoping to go to Columbus to go see the Hawks whack Ohio State. And then I may also be in Iowa City for Iowa, Michigan. And then, of course, Iowa, Nebraska over Thanksgiving break.
Oh, my.
So looking to make some moves this year.
Yeah.
Dude, you're making all these trips and you can't visit us in LA?
All right, if we want to touch on that
Oh, yeah. I forgot. This is why we made the call. I forgot all about this. This is why we were going to ambush him. And
look, ladies and gentlemen, our boy Jake, very successful, one of the youngest the youngest CFO of a Fortune, 100 company over in Dallas, Texas. And this young lad can't fly over to Los Angeles to see his bros. Drew, who particularly misses him. Right, Alex? Drew always texts us. Yeah. Where's Jake?
Yeah. And I want to paint the picture for the folks listening. We had a sold-out live podcast at SoFi Stadium. Yeah. Had to cancel because Jake said, guys, I can't make it. And so, we had to refund millions.
And why couldn't he make it, Alex?
The bags.
Oh yeah, bags.
Spirit
I've got a quick question though.
Add-on bag charges too expensive.
Yeah. Why was my ticket not paid for with this sold out stadium?
That's true. Yeah.
That's my question.
Yeah.
Jamie was gonna handle that, but
we would have.
By the way, we weren't making any money on the deal. It was a whole nonprofit thing. Whatever we made, we were giving back to the kids. Isn't that the case, Alex? Yeah.
Yeah, sex trafficking. All right.
Yeah, just to go back to reasons for not being in Los Angeles last weekend. I was in Austin, Texas, I think the week of June 11th with 4 former PwC. Actually, they're still all at PwC, LA audit people.
Yeah, we saw that.
Sorry you guys couldn't make the trip.
Trust me, we wouldn't go.
Yeah, I didn't see. Who was this with? Who was in Austin?
If you know Stephanie Picardo, Hunter Corteri,
yep,
Hannah, Jay Park and Yen Lim. So they're all on Avery Dennison with me back in the day, besides Hunter. So yeah, we went down there and did that, and then the next week I was the week before the 4th of July, I was in Galena, Illinois for a week for a family reunion, which was a 6-day drink fest with my uncle and cousins.
Fuck.
So I need a little reprieve.
Did you
coming
get that
back to
time
Dallas?
Off? Did you get that whole week, or did you have to?
I took Thursday and Friday off.
Yeah.
But I would log off work at 6 or whatever and just start hitting it Monday through Wednesday. Then I came back. I was just in Dallas last weekend. You can't not be in Texas on 4th of July if you live here. But
that's true.
Yeah, I just had a lot going on.
That's what I thought too. Like, if we did go to LA for the 4th, like, would we have to be a part of Antifa? Would we have to, like,
Aren't you in Portland, like the most anti-America place?
Oh no, we got country people out here.
Don't you have like a place in
Hollywood?
Don't you have a place in downtown that has like no laws or something?
That's Seattle, right?
Yeah.
That's Seattle.
Have a whole corridor where you can just do heroin and kill someone. I don't know. It's insane. But
I thought that was Portland.
No, we're quite clean here. But LA, that's a fair point. I'm sure Alec was just inside for the 4th. I can't imagine there's much celebrate.
Hey, my neighbors were doing fireworks. What's the verb for fireworks? For launching a firework? Is that doing firework? Launching? I don't know. They were launching a firework, and then the police came and stopped them. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I don't know what happened afterwards, but it was pretty nice.
Yeah, there are laws against fireworks in Dallas, but not enforced at all. On the 4th of July, I think I had fireworks going off till 2:40 a.m. outside my apartment. So
Holy shit.
there's no cares given at all.
Yeah. Oh my god. The funniest is watching like a dog's reaction during these fireworks. They're just freaking the fuck out. They think they're in Compton or something, and it's a shootout. Like they don't know what's what. But yeah.
And that's the funniest.
Yeah, that's the best part of the 4th, I think. Either that or the bratwurst.
You love those sausages.
Yes, in my ass. All right. Any other? So, Alec, UCLA joining the Big Ten. Is that correct? And
UCLA, USC. So I got bad news for our boy Jake. I guess UCLA, USC. They joined the West Division, right? Or does it matter at this point? Are they joining the West, Jake? Do you know?
My assumption is that so USC, UCLA are joining the Big Ten in 2024.
Yeah.
My assumption is that this is the final year of divisions.
Oh, really?
It's going to be just open platform, no divisions next year.
Yeah.
And then in 2024, it's going to depend on how many teams join. If we get up to 18 or 20 teams, then my assumption is that at 20 teams, you have four or five pods of teams, little like an NFL thing, like little divisions within a conference, and you play the same 3 teams every year. So Iowa would play Nebraska, Wisconsin, and Minnesota every single year. And then you have 6 games against random teams in the rest of the conference. But there will not be 2 divisions going forward.
Oh, that would make sense. Well, I hope just for your sake, USC isn't in the same conference as Iowa because, dude, I got news for you, man. USC is going to be spanking your boys. You guys have had years of easy to no competition going up against 1-8 teams like Northwestern and who knows, Illinois. Those days are over, man. We got Lincoln Riley over with us.
Can you look up USC versus Iowa, January or December 31st, I think, 2018?
No, that was a shitty.
Did you look that up for me?
We had like an alcoholic as a coach, man. I mean, come on.
No, that was Clay Helton. That wasn't Sarkisian.
Oh, Clay Helton's even worse.
Yeah, you guys keep going. Are we skipping over the fact that Mr. Kelsey went to UCLA and now he's switched? He's switched sides.
Yeah, what is this?
I go to USC law school. Dude, USC.
I feel like, Jake, let's put you in that sitch. Say that, you become super successful and go to Iowa State Law School. Are you changing teams?
I'm not changing teams. If I go to Alabama Law School, if they even have one, I'm not switching to Alabama.
It's actually a pretty good one.
I'm not switching to Alabama. I'm not switching to any team. I'm loyal to my team.
Wow,
I think Alec is the kind of guy that's going to cheer for USC football and UCLA basketball.
Yeah, he's the kind
of guy
going to
play both sides.
He's the kind of guy who lives in LA but likes the Cowboys.
They're America's team.
He's thinking about the Rams right now. Taking a hard look.
Oh,
no, I'm not. Cowboys are America's team. Look, I love UCLA, but you know what, man? UCLA, the football stadium was not on our campus. It was not the same as other schools. The football stadium for UCLA, for all the folks at home, is actually 20 miles away, and you would have to take like a whole freaking bus to go there, and you'd have to go like 4 hours before the game. And these games sometimes were like 12 p.m. and you'd have to go at like 8 a.m., load up on the bus, and no one will, I don't know. It wasn't as a huge thing for us. Obviously, basketball was because we had this really nice stadium, Poly Pavilion. But yeah, I mean, that's why, like, at USC, from my experience at the law school, it's kind of crazy because the whole campus is just one big tailgate, and I'd never seen that before. I'm sure your other schools were like that, right? At Oregon or Iowa.
Yeah, it's all right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex and I actually went to a USC game, I think in
Oregon,
2019. I will say the Oregon fans that we sat with were probably 10% of the stadium, but 90% of the noise. USC fans are absolutely terrible.
I know. Yeah.
They don't
We
care.
we just weren't good that time, man. But trust me, right now we got a good coach. We got a good team. We're kind of into it. We're into it now. I'm telling you, we just didn't have a good coach. Clay Helton. Who's good enough for Clay Helton? I know I wasn't.
Okay, let's just say this. I'm not worried about USC having amazing receivers, running backs, quarterback. They're going to have that.
Yeah.
But are they going to have the offensive line, the defense? That's where these West Coast teams tend to struggle. And
Hey,
if you're
but
going to show up in Happy Valley, play Penn State on November 14th, are they going to be ready for that?
Look, Lincoln Riley, dude, he would do pretty well with Oklahoma. He was beating you. He was winning those snow games, wasn't he? I don't know. I guess
Against
actually
Iowa
not.
State. There's very few in the Big 12. You've got Iowa State, Kansas State, which are not terribly tough opponents.
Yeah.
But Big 10, you got Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, all up north.
You guys just had corn-fed linemen who were like 350, beefy, could fuck you up. Like you go to the Oregon Ducks, we've got like 200-pound tackles who have arm sleeves and they want to be a receiver. And yeah, it's not good. Can't believe
I'm curious if the recruiting strategy changes out west with this. I think Chip Kelly's done a pretty good job of turning into more of a traditional. But he's like converted his team from where he played at coach at Oregon, where it's all speed. Now he's got some bigger guys on the line there to where he's more traditional.
But is that good? Because his whole thing was speed, and now he's going back to the traditional, and it's not helping him, is it?
Well, it comes down to talent, end of the day.
Yeah.
Why isn't he recruiting the best talent? It's UCLA. It's Westwood, California, Beverly Hills. I mean, he has the locate. He has the best.
What's the tradition at UCLA?
In and out.
All right, but if I'm a young guy, if I'm 18, right, and I have the chance to go to UCLA, ranked like number 20 in the nation just for like in terms of university, Brentwood, California, Beverly Hills, one of the most expensive cities in the whole wide world. I don't know. I mean, right?
I mean, the university isn't a sell though. Like, you're not even gonna finish college probably if you're
No, a football guy, you got 3 years, right? Football, you're supposed to stay there for 3 years, and a lot of these guys they stay for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like not the super talented ones. Like the O-line guys, they're gonna stay the 4 years, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you got a world-class education. We have world-class facilities. I mean, yeah, we don't have a tradition, but then Chip Kelly himself is a sell. Like he was coaching Oregon. He was, NFL.
So are you a UCLA fan now?
No. I'm just saying. He's like, oh, we're having a hard time bringing in talent, but I just don't get why. Like, and then the USC, by the way, USC has like, come on, dude. The USC has the girls. We have the money. We have the stadium. We have the fans.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And we're also in LA. So I don't get how these two teams can't out-recruit anyone in the Big Ten. No offense to Iowa, but if I got a guy, like let's say an O-line guy, maybe O-line, he's more like family-oriented and he'll go like somewhere local and he cares more about tradition, but definitely QB, definitely wide receiver, definitely running back will be getting like the best ones, right?
And you have them. I mean, look at the USC receivers in the NFL. A lot of really talented guys in the NFL. They've had good quarterbacks for a while.
We haven't had a good quarterback to throw to in a while. Like Sam Darnold maybe was our best, and he was still like not that great. Like he kept on like fumbling.
Barkley.
Jackson Dart was a 5-star. Slovis wasn't too bad. Yeah. Until he got hurt.
I don't know. I mean, I hope Lincoln Riley turns it around, but we'll see. This year I'm excited for. I feel like this year is not like there's not a lot of expectations this year because it takes like a year or two for a college football coach to implement his program in, recruit the right players. But hey, man, by 2024, I don't know. Sorry for you. But Jake, overall, are you a big fan of this move or not really?
I would prefer to keep it at 14, how it was before. I kind of like playing the same teams every year and building rivalries.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's not a true rival, you have bragging rights. Whereas now it's a national sport, and I don't think the Big Ten is going to stop here. I think the next move is, well, they want to see what Notre Dame's going to do before they make another move. But if Notre Dame wants to come, then all of a sudden we're at 20 teams probably.
Do you see them adding even more powerhouses like Bowling Green or some of these other teams that just make
Dude,
it? Why not make it like
asking.
40 teams?
Alex is asking because he wants Oregon to join up, and the Big Ten is like, hey, maybe we'll think about.
Yeah.
Pac-12 where we're mediocre.
I think I think that's what's going to happen is Notre Dame's going to join. I think the money is way too good to pass it up. Obviously, they have a huge endowment, but everybody just wants more and more and more. So I have a hard time seeing them turning down the Big Ten. And then the Big Ten is going to do whatever it takes to get them. So if Notre Dame wants to add more teams out west, then they're going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to guess, Notre Dame will join, and then we will also add Stanford, Oregon, and Washington.
Wow, and that'll take you to 20?
Yep. And then the other options are Arizona State, Colorado, Utah. But I think those teams will end up joining the Big 12.
What about the Pac-12? What happens to the Pac-12?
They join the Big 12.
But like the Pac-12 as a conference is just merges with the Big 12. It's gone.
I think so. Yeah.
Really? Wow. And so the SEC right now, do you think they're done adding, or did they add Clemson?
Clemson, Miami, Florida State. Those are all good candidates.
What's taking Clemson so long, by the way?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they're waiting for changes in rules because right now they can dominate the ACC, show up in the playoff.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But I assume that those three teams and somebody else, probably North Carolina, will join SEC.
And let me ask you, why can't like these other conferences negotiate the same amount of money as like, let's say the Big Ten? Like, because like Fox, they're only showing like what, 2 games like every Saturday, or 2 or 3 games every Saturday, right? Right or no?
Yeah, I'd say 3 games total, and probably 2 of them are Big Ten because they usually throw a Big 12 game on in the afternoon.
So like, why can't they get like a contract with CBS or something for a Saturday game, or like
the Pac-12?
Yeah.
Problem with the Pac-12 is that everybody's sleeping during the games. Nobody's watching.
Yeah.
And then the ACC sucks.
Yeah,
so
it's not good.
The Big Ten and the SEC have the major brands. Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, and then you got Bama, Auburn, Florida. Like,
but doesn't USC have its own like following in football anyways, like a huge fan base?
I don't know. I think the main issue is the time of the day. It's just not worth as much.
Yeah.
What about like Texas? Don't they have like a big fan base? They moved to the SEC, right? Or no? They did?
Yeah, I think
Texas and Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah, don't they already have huge fan bases?
Yeah, they have massive fan bases, but they control the Big 12. Like,
so isn't that good for them? Like an easy spot in the playoffs, like for Oklahoma, anyways.
For playoffs, yeah, but for money, join up with the SEC, that TV money is going to be absolutely insane. Yeah. They'll definitely have a bigger contract, I would think.
Why couldn't they get like TV money themselves just because they were dominating in their respective conference? Like no one was paying up for that. Like wouldn't CBS say, "Hey, every week's an Oklahoma game, and we'll pay"? Like I don't get how that works.
Well, I think when you have Texas versus Alabama, Texas versus Auburn, you're getting a national audience. When you have Texas versus Kansas State, you're getting a Texas Big 12 audience. When you match up these massive brands against each other, it's going to be
Yeah,
Everybody's tuning in.
those are must-watch games. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you: are these TV contracts like renegotiated? Like now that you're adding all these new teams, like is ESPN like paying more for the SEC network now, or is like
I
Fox paying
think
more for
that's
Big
what's
Ten?
triggering a lot of the timing of this.
Yeah.
The Fox contract with the Big Ten, I think it ends in 2024. So there will be a new
Uh-huh.
contract when USC and UCLA join. And
Uh,
I think SEC's up this year, next year. So I think ESPN ABC is going to take over that contract instead of CBS.
and let me ask you this: Oklahoma has moved to the SEC. It starts this year, right?
No, I think
Or
it's
is it-
2024
Oh, that's also
or
20.
2023. I'm not sure. It's not this year.
Oh shit. Okay.
They were going to try to get out, but I guess they didn't have you as a lawyer. They couldn't get out of the contract.
So Texas is also stuck until 2023.
Yeah, at the same time as Oklahoma. I'm not sure the exact year.
But A&M, who was the Texas team that just signed the Manning's son,
Texas.
like nephew?
Yeah.
Nexus.
Art.
So he'll be in the SEC, right? He'll be playing in the SEC
Yep.
Yeah.
because he has one more year until he graduates. Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to start as a freshman.
No,
They've got a 5-star transfer from Ohio State that's going to start this year, and I think he's going to be pretty solid. So it depends if he's good enough to go pro in his next year, I guess.
But man, the Manning guy, I don't get why he's so like highly publicized. Like I'm reading about it all
It's
everywhere.
like Ronnie James Jr., like anyone who's, the son or a relative to a legend, like they're just going to, come.
Hey, but apparently he's good.
Yeah. I know. I've seen the clips.
Yeah.
No,
It's kind of crazy. How does that work out? Like all these Mannings.
Yeah. School of Manning. I don't think it's like didn't Tiger Woods get trained when he was like 5 years old? I'm sure it's the same thing with
The Mannings?
Yeah, they're just throwing balls in the backyard when they're 2. Yeah. And you just get good. Like we didn't start throwing the ball around the pigskin till I don't know, like 5th grade, middle school, and that's why we do accounting.
Yeah,
Only
don't
reason.
remind us. Don't remind us, man.
Jake, last time you were here, you and Alec, I think almost if we were all in the same room, you would have physically fought each other about this whole NFT space. Do you have any opinions? I know that Alec, he spent like 20 grand on the ape or whatever, and now that's non-existent. He's lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Do you want to do like an I told you so? Should we dedicate some time here? Do you want to pitch Drive Shack? This is really like your platform for financial advice or just to shame Kelsey.
I could do a little bit of both here. Can we just get a price update on the Dirk player card and the Melania Trump eyes NFTs? And I think we can stop there.
Oh man, dark.
No comment.
Hey Jamie, can you pull that up for us?
I remember that the Melania Trump one was like 1 Solano, which was like $174. And I believe the purchase price 38.
So 1 Solano is now $38.
Okay. But did the NFT appreciate?
I don't think so. Because I don't think you could sell it.
That's worth 0.
Let's see what the Dirk one is worth. I haven't looked at this in a while because I've been kind of depressed, but let's see.
You're hodling it?
Yeah, I'm hodling it for dear life.
About the Dirk NFT or just life in general, Alec?
Life in general.
Yeah, that loss take it out of you.
Let's see. All right. What do you guys thinking it is? I think I paid like what $500 for it. So what do you guys think it's worth or should be worth?
$23.
Imagine.
500 you paid?
Yeah.
420.
120.
Yeah, it's actually 112 right now.
So that's only down about 70% from purchase price.
Yeah, it's right now is a good time to buy, actually, guys, if you guys are into it.
I might hop in, yeah. Holy
Yeah.
shit, dude. Can we just talk about that whole space for a sec, how these NFTs are kind of crumbling? I think Gary Vee is shitting his pants because he was telling everyone to buy them. God, did it always seem too good to be true where it's like, hey, buy this fake thing and then sell it for a mansion later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that Dwayne Wade card I sold for like $1,200? Now that's $300. Jesus Christ.
Buy back.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
Yeah, I mean, it was clearly a fraud from the start. I mean, yeah, guys like Alec pushing these NFTs.
Yeah.
It's the
He
new.
would. He's the
new
number
player
one
card.
dude. He is the number one guy. You think NFT spokesperson, it's this dude staying at the nice Dallas hotel, wearing the button up. Is that an Apple Watch? He's the guy who's going to push this shit. Oh,
I'm just
AirPods.
curious if he's going to represent himself in court when people are suing him for financial losses.
Yeah. Oh, my
But
God. This podcast.
Invest
Invest
in your own responsibility. Yeah, Alex, maybe we should start an LLC, man, before this gets out of hand.
Yeah.
If any of you guys bought a Dirk Nowitzki NFT, I hope you didn't. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, I remember you pitching it, but I didn't even take the time to research.
I didn't consider it at all.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good. Do you think Garrett did, though?
Yeah.
You think Garrett's like sitting on like a house of NFTs, just like?
Yeah. No, I would hope not. Holy shit. Fuck. Well, is it back to just regular stocks then? Is that what people are doing? Or are you guys in Bitcoin? Like, what's
No, I'm done, man. I'm done.
you're hopping out?
Done with crypto completely.
No, I don't think I'm done with crypto, but I'll eventually buy some Bitcoin when it goes down to like 16 or so, 14K.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
my
about the same, but I don't intend to hold it. Like, I think I said this last time, I'd trade it. If it goes up 10, 20%, to just take the profit and then look to get back in later. It's just so volatile, which obviously could be volatile to the upside. You make a ton of money, but I'm more risk averse. I'm not willing to risk it going to $100. You know?
Yeah, good for you, man. Good for you. Alex and I have lost thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Yeah, absolutely. A Drive Shack fucking killed me, but yeah, it's I don't know. I'm just doing regular companies from this point forward.
Hey, Alex.
Yes.
I know we like to conclude every episode with a special segment we have. You already know what's coming up.
Yes.
How's the Cameo biz going? What's going on? Tell Jake and I. Have you been making any cameos?
So I did one yesterday, and I want to give a shout out to Will, who is really our only true subscriber. Like, we have Jake comment from time to time, but he's more of a guest than anything else. He would never listen if we didn't know him personally
or talk shit about it every episode.
We do have like one or two people who actually watch the show, and this dude Will was just like. He tried to take this Series 63 exam, and he was like, the department didn't let me know my appointment was canceled till a day before. Just, I don't know, send me a video talking shit about them. So I just did like a 2-minute thing, which very dumb. Like, normally when you do these cameos, they're like, hey, it's, my aunt's birthday, call her a cunt or whatever. And you just kind of do that. But this one was a little underwhelming, but $15.
Whoa, you raised your prices then.
Dude, I need
10.
I need an OnlyFans for this sort of stuff, but
wait, they used to be 10, so now it's 15?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow. And did Will feel the need to tip you after you performed you made that video?
I feel so dirty when I just like he tipped you. I'm like, it feels like I, jerked him off. It's a good thing. But yeah, it was good. I didn't get the tip though.
Oh shit! And let me ask you this: Is the business one still $70?
Dude, so Jake, I don't know if you've listened enough to this show, but basically there's two options. There's like you could pay for a personal one, or there's a business one where I would make a video for like Starbucks or something and like say shit. Never would happen. But the prices, the standard prices are just different, like the audio or how it's set. And so the ones that I do for someone, it's like $10. And then if I were to
15
do
now.
15, and if I were to do it for a company, it would be 70.
Okay.
I don't know who would pay that, but Alec, that's a running gag where Alec is like, "Are you doing any business ones?" Never done a business one, but who knows? Maybe Carvana or someone will pay for one.
Yeah, maybe
so-
I can get some funds allocated for the Christmas party to the
Oh yes,
cameo. Do about 10 or 12 of those.
Big CFO.
holy shit!
Get it approved by the board first.
Yeah.
Aren't you the board, man? You basically have the board at your fingertips, dude.
Just to clarify, I'm in financial reporting, so nothing
Yeah.
finance related at all.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, a humble and modest CFO, the youngest CFO of a Fortune 100 company, Mr. Jake Schafer.
Clap it up. Clap it up.
Alex, should we wrap it up? Episode 41.
I think we should wrap it up. Jake, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. You're welcome back anytime, really, if you want to come on. I enjoy our conversations. When we have that other guest on, I want to fall asleep. All right. This was the Dirk Nowitzki episode. Dirk, one of the greats. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. The millions of subscribers online. Love you guys. Keep tuning in. We'll see you for episode 42 next week. Signing off now.